Welcome, welcome, welcome. This, of course, is uh, CCP, Chicago Clubhouse Network's Midweek Bears Report. I'm one of your three hosts, Coach Chef Diab Muhammad. I want to welcome you on this Thursday evening, entering the last week of the regular season, where we face our Bears face the Green Bay effing Packers, FGB. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And without any further ado, I'm going to bring on Sugar and Vodka.
Hi, Coach. How are you doing?
Yo, yo, yo. How are you, young lady?
I am good. I'm glad that my work day is over. My work is trying to give me a coronary, but other than that, I'm good.
I'm glad that I'm here, and I'm glad that I have my voice. I haven't had my voice since several days before the new year, so this makes it the first day. Well, I've had my entire voice regular. I was debating. I've been pounding fluids and liquids and what is this? Alka-Seltzer Plus and tea and lemon and honey
everything
and
else.
vitamin C and hot toddy and drinking, taking a spoonful of tea to get the germs out my throat.
Hot toddies work.
Yes, they do. And yeah, so I'm glad to see you. I'm glad my voice is back to my standards. And you know what? Let's not break what we've been doing that's been working for us. So go ahead and kid us with those Chicago Clubhouse Network programs.
Well, Monday night, which a couple nights ago, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, CCP Fantasy, hosted by the Crooked Commish. Always entertaining, and if you like playing fantasy, he's the guy. Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, the Clubhouse Podcast, hosted by the T-Nick, JB, Foulmouth. I always forget to see. Frank the Tank. And then Wednesday night, she said what she said, which should be returning anytime this month. Should be. And Thursday night, of course, 6 Central Standard Time, the Midweek Bears Report with Coach Chef, Amp, he's the best. And Sugar and Vodka, which is obviously myself. And then on Friday night, 8 Central Standard Time, we have Easy Does It, hosted by who else? Easy. And you'll see us all throughout the shows too. So
yes, this is the last week, so I know the fantasy show ended a couple weeks ago, but that's okay. Crooked Commish will be on the various other shows like this show. He was with us last week. He was. Yeah. Fortunately and unfortunately, he was your substitute. He did a great job, I think, but we did miss you.
I always appreciate Commish coming on for me.
Yes, ma'am. And he, of course, was our producer. Thank you once again, Crooked. And we definitely will see him in the off season. You know what? Before we get to that, let's bring on our last host. What am I doing? Like you can't even do this.
Gotta save the best for last.
Thank you. Hey, how's everybody doing? Sugar and Vodka, Coach Chef. Happy New Year.
All
right.
Happy New Year, sir. I see a fresh jersey in the
it's a little something. Yeah. Turn the big 6-0.
Right.
You know what I mean? Milestone.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a special birthday.
It was. I mean, hey, you know what? Just being here made it special.
Well, yeah, celebration of life.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And blessings, of course.
Thank you, brother.
Blessings.
Thank you.
On another. I'm weird, so on another life anniversary, another.
There you go.
Another round around this globe we call Earth.
Yeah.
A blessing to go around this Earth.
Another rotation, another year's rotation. Yep, I'm with it.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into Packers Week, if you don't know, you better ask somebody. This will not be the last midweek report, but it will be the last Bears week report in this iteration because obviously our Bears are out of playoff contention. But you will see us throughout the off season, perhaps maybe in the playoffs, breaking down some off season news, off season updates, because we know the Bears have a lot going on in the off season. Do we bring Justin Fields back? Do we trade him? Do we trade for the first pick? We'll get to all. Gotta do the thing, all of it. We'll get to all of that. But I want to hit with one last news. I know I've mentioned it. For those who don't know, I proposed to the mother and with my two children and the woman in my life, Kendra Smith. She did say yes to those.
Yay! I was gonna ask about that.
Congratulations. Hey, that's what's up, my brother. That's what's up.
Yes.
All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
That was the next phase of our lives together. Also, this is going to be the last. This is going to be one of the first month of the last 5 to 6 months of the home that I've been calling home for more than about 7 or 8 years. A property that's been in my family's name, my mother's name, for more than 30 years because she bought this before I graduated high school. That was back in 2002. Ooh, where were we all in 2002? But yeah, just more personal.
You don't know.
But
I kind of do want to know now.
No, you don't.
Let's get into that last week versus the Falcons and that outstanding performance by the entire team. So let's go ahead and just get right into it right now. Our producer tonight is Crazy Ace, my man. So he will be helping us out with the chat and all those good things we'll be bringing in. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please hit us with the HBO Helper Brother Outspend. You goddamn right. Fuck them.
Carlos, what's up, man? Quicker Kanish, what's going on? Yes, sir.
Yeah. All day, baby. All day.
Thank you for how you doing, love?
Yeah, keep them coming. So, what do y'all think? Now, here's okay. I propose. So my thing is, I didn't watch the game because I didn't tell them to watch the game at work. I didn't take off, and I had to double down. I watched the game because right after work, I went about 10 of us deep, 8 to 9 of us deep, minus me and my fiance for Tuesday.
You didn't watch it until Tuesday? Goodness.
So I didn't have the Paramount app. So I went to dinner. My cousin and her husband, they went to the game. So I tried to tell everybody not to ruin it, but of course everybody was hitting me with it. Well, you're gonna be happy. The boy balled out. So I had the energy was positive. So I knew that they did well or he did well. And then I didn't. Then Monday I went to work. I didn't watch the game. I watched some of the semifinals for the national championship, and then I started watching it Monday night. But I was so tired from the weekend that I watched to be like barely the first half. But they were up obviously the entire game. But I did finish it. I was excited. But I think they played well. How did you start the first person?
What's funny is I can
Sugar
still
Vodka,
like
you?
I can still think like I can still see what he's like saying, even though he's like he's cutting
right.
it out,
Hey, Coach Chef, your mic is coming in and out, bro. Your mic is coming in and out.
Okay.
It's breaking up.
But the game was phenomenal. I'll still say fuck Getsy. He still needs to be fired. Coach Fuckus, he's IS improving, but I'm still not a fan, but he's going to be here next season. So I've already accepted it. It is what it is. And let's move on from that. But Getsy needs to go, period. Everybody did so good. It was an exciting game to watch. It was awesome. It was amazing, actually. It was high energy. Everybody did the work they were supposed to do. Everybody looked great. And it was just like, wow. I wished we would have seen that game one. But it took a little.
It would have been great to see it all season long. It was very inconsistent season. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but they might finish with the record I predicted in the preseason, but we'll wait for that. Amp, my man, my brother, my elder. How about you?
Check this out. You know what? I love every minute of the game, man. I have to be honest with you. Even the coaching. You know, I disagree with you, Sugar and Vodka. I heard those rumblings also that Puss would be back. I don't want to accept that, man. I don't want to accept that. I don't want to accept that. You know,
Yeah.
I heard it. You know what I'm saying? Until it comes from Poles, until Poles is standing at a podium and he says that, you know, we're going to bring this clown back, you know, and I'm thinking like this. Me personally, like I said, I love the game. I'm thinking like this. If he should bring Puss back, you know what I'm saying? At this point in the season next year, we're going to be talking about why didn't he fire him? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't he fire him? Why would you sign him to an extension? That's just my opinion, man. They have to go. They have to go. And I'm going to keep going back to that single win season 2 years in a row. I get you. I heard you. I heard you, Coach Chef. You know what I'm saying? Your prediction was 8-8. Was it 8-8?
8-9.
8-9. 8-9. Oh, 7-10. That's what you predicted? Okay. Yeah, that's I predicted more than that.
We started the show many weeks ago. The predictions were Amp, you had them at 10-7. Sugar and Vodka, you had them at
I had them going
5. And so my prediction was 7-10. And I did have a loop. I said, if everything is perfect. I said, if everything is perfect, 10-7. Now we did lose 4 games that we were up in the fourth quarter with less than 8 minutes. So that swings a lot. Like, I'm not even gonna say if you win all 4, but if you win at least 2 of those, maybe 3 of those, especially 3 at least, you had to win the Browns game, the Bronco game, the Viking game.
Washington game.
No, we won the Washington game. We won the Washington game. We lost the Browns.
Yeah.
We were up. Lost to Detroit. We were up. We lost to Browns. We were up, and we lost to Denver. That's 4 games. So even if they currently have 7 wins, they're 7-9. I'm sorry, they're 6-9. Yeah, 6-9. No, they're not. They're 7-9. They're 7-9.
6-9, 16. Yeah, that's right. You're right. They're 6-9. 7.
One more game left.
7-9. 7-9.
Right. We play 17 games now. So, for me, they're right where we wanted to see them. Now, we had other predictions. We had expectations of them. But how did you? Other than is that all you had for the season? I know you're not an Eagle Foods fan. I understand and I respect that.
You know what? My thing.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, thank you, Ace. Thank you, Ace.
Those y'all don't know, it was Amp's Diamond Jubilee birthday. So, you know.
Man, hey. Much gratitude, Ace. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
I almost got a better question. Where was the CCP family invite? Where was that at? I'm joking. It's okay. All right.
Back to your regularly scheduled program. Sorry about that.
All right. Like I was saying, back to what I was saying, like that single win season thing, just don't get it, man. It just doesn't cut it 2 years in a row. And we saw the same thing last year. At the end of the season, we saw improvement. You know what I mean? For me, it just doesn't get it. It just doesn't get it. You know, but what do you think, Sugar and Vodka? What do you think? Because I'm not happy with Puss. I am happy. I see some growth. But what do you think?
I haven't been happy happy with Coach Fuckus the entire fucking season. I think everyone's pretty
What's
key
up,
on
Iggy?
that. But the thing is he's improved, and this is what's
Warren.
saving his fucking job, is he's improved as a defensive coordinator, which he's not a fucking defensive coordinator. He's the head coach. But he's improved on the defensive coordinator, and our defense has improved, and that's what's going to save his job, and that's why they're going to bring his fucking ass next season back. And there's really nothing we can do. I don't.
Says who? Sugar and Vodka. Says who?
So
I just have that gut feeling.
Oh, okay.
I would be happy as fuck if they prove me wrong, but I don't see it happening.
Okay.
So here's the thing before we get into our grades for the game, about the game. I think that the defense once again played outstanding. We had really one major defensive lap the entire game. But hey, like I always say, it's football. The offensive call, the perfect play versus the defense that was called. The swing, it was the screen/swing pass was perfect based on the defense. Jalen was out of position, and they have weapons. Thank you for everybody for chiming in. So that was just a perfect defense. We did allow 10 more points, but 17 the defense played lights out. They got the turnovers, they got the quarterback, all of those things. And then we said the Falcons, although we couldn't really name any outstanding players on their defense, a few of them, they are a highly ranked defense. If they would have beat the Bears, then that would have helped to make the playoffs. It wouldn't have put them in, but it definitely would have helped their chances. So we did essentially knock them out of playoff contention. I will say that the thing that we all have to be very wary of is the fact that we want instant gratification. And I think we have to be wary of that because the expectations from anything, we want that from the GM, the head coach, and our quarterback. And I think sometimes unwarranted and warranted is kind of unfair only for the fact that we have to see growth from all levels, from the administration to the coaching staff to the players, and then obviously, of course, JF1 because he's our quarterback. But I think everything's reaching kind of a pinnacle, not true pinnacle, but it's on the rise for everyone. And it's only 2 weeks of the second year.
Well, hold on, Chef. The one thing that I am worried about, though, is this is what we seen last season, and what made us so fucking excited for this season was the end. We were getting better. Everybody was thriving. It looked like we're meshing. Everything was getting good, and we're like, "Fuck yeah! Next season's our fucking season," which made me, think that we're gonna go 13-5.
You know what?
But
That's exactly what I just said, Sugar and Vodka. That's exactly what I just said. I concur.
Why?
So doing it again, it kind of makes me a little sketchy, and it makes me scared that next season we're going to come back and see the same fucking bullshit, and we've lost it all again.
Mm-hmm.
I would only disagree because the defense was still an issue. We had some free agents, but we didn't have a pass rusher. We got Ngakoue, but we got him at the end of the offseason. He's never been a double-digit sack guy. He's been averaging a sack every other game. We didn't have a 3 technique. We had 2 rookies. We had 2 free agents. Remember, we turned over the defense because coming into this year, it was only 4. Jason Jones, and Jason Jones. I guess if you could say, no, it was Jason Jones, and it was 3 starters on the secondary. So 4 out of 11. Starters were starting game 1 versus the Packers that started game 1 last year versus the Packers in the 2022-23 season. So I personally thought that the defense was going to struggle up until week 5. It took them really to about week 6 to hit that point, even before the trade of looking better. And then once the trade hit, we got the pass rusher. Poles gets a pass rusher we needed. That helps, which helps the 3 technique, which helps the other pass rushers, which helps the linebackers, which helps the secondary. Once we get the pass rusher, now we see the turnovers exponentially grow once the trade happens. Sweat leads 2 different organizations right now. He'd be the only defensive end in history to have led 2 different franchises in the same season in sacks. It might be surpassing Washington, but if he ends up with another couple sacks, he's definitely going to hit that mark. It's just all these things that we needed. Poles essentially, he stripped the team down last year. I keep hearing the national pundits talk about Justin Fields' record. The only true damning stat about Justin Fields this season is his fourth quarter passing statistics. Other than that, everything is on the he didn't have any weapons. So first year he had Nagy. Nagy is we have all agreed he's not a very good. He's a very wasn't very good at calling plays. He wasn't very good at running an organization from the head coach position. You get a first-time head coach, you're going to give it. I was going to give them I said they would win 6 games last year. They ran one less than that, but then they won even less than that when you get rid of your pass rusher, you get rid of your star linebacker who's flourishing in another franchise. You don't have anyone who is of anything that you can show for besides Jalen Johnson at corner. But when you don't have a pass rush, you're not going to get those turnovers. This year, you come in, the defense is still lacking until you get that pass rusher. The 3 techniques have looked better. We had a stronger deep 3 technique, but they've looked better because of the rush in and the turnovers we're getting with the defensiveness. So I think there's more on the uptick. That's why I personally don't think they will get rid of Eagles, but we'll also get to that. So what I want to do is, I thought the game was really good. I think all 3 faces played the best collectively this season together. The best collectively. That means that I thought the special teams were strong, except for the missed field goal, but it was, bad weather for Santos. We've all said Santos isn't the strongest leg guy. He's more active. He's only missed 4. That's his 4th missed field goal. What do you breathe to? They've already signed him. Like, we can't have all pros at every.
Amp is not on Santos's coattails.
He's not. Like nobody.
So you heard
all pro.
So you heard me, Sugar and Vodka, huh? You heard me.
I always hear what you say. Yep.
Like nobody who ain't an all-star, all-talented guy.
I disagree. I disagree with that, Coach. I disagree with that.
The talented team in the NFL. I think probably San Francisco, but
we're gonna give grades now. We're gonna give grades now, and then we'll get to that. Trust me.
You can get a first grade. I need grades for the offense, the defense.
All right.
Yes, you are.
Offense, A. A defense, A. Coaching. Yeah, a B.
He can't help himself.
I cannot. I can't. I can't.
I can't.
Yeah, so you know me. So you know me. I said A, B. A-A-B.
That's a shocker.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know how much it took for me to get him a B? You know what I mean?
Oh, Lord.
Man, we're going to get into it, though, man. I'm not tripping. I'm not going to trip.
Sugar Vodka, go ahead.
Offense, I give them an A. Defense, I give them an A. Coaching, I give them a B- just because that Getsy factor brings them down.
There you go. There you go, Sugar and Vodka. Way to keep it real. Way to keep it real, Sugar and Vodka. Way to keep it real.
Or you just what was your reasoning for the B-?
Getsy just brings it down, and I'm not saying that. Coach Fuckus did it great as a head coach, but he did great with the defense. So I will give him that. He did great with the defense. Again, I wish he was going to be our defensive coordinator, but whatever. But Getsy, he still has to go. Just get the fuck out of here already.
There's still ways of play calling. Before I do mine, hey, produce, can you go back to that defensive comment about us being ranked 31st? Now remember, you talk about growth. We were ranked 31st in the league last year. Okay, the 31st last year. The receiver is the number 1 this year and number 1 in interceptions. Do you know this? That statistically, that is like one of the top 3 defensive terms from one year to another in NFL history. For defense to be ranked 31st in rushing to first is literally like what was this? I believe it's like top 3 turnovers.
Which is why I said that.
Hey,
right
first
there
of all, thank you, Dr. True. Thank you, Dr. True, for that information.
It's going to save Coach Fuckus' job. That's what's going to save his fucking job right there.
I did hear that. I heard that on the telecast again. That was on the telecast. It's also overall the defensive rank, I think they're top 15 legitimately. It's still the biggest jump, even defensively, from one year to another. And it wasn't even a full turnover. They did that in less than 17 games. They did that from game like 6 till now. So the first 4 games were atrocious defensively. But you get your pass rusher, you get guys healthy. Remember, we had Eddie Jackson this time, so we had backups in. Tremaine missed some time. We didn't have consistent pass rushing, but the defense at all 3 levels has grown. The rookie coming around, the rookies, the guys hitting their stride at the right time. You can't
Great game for the rookies.
You can't say anymore that he's lost.
Check this out.
They love
Check this out, man. Check this out. Check this out. I'm gonna say this. Check this out. That defense, which I've been saying for the last 5 weeks, that defense that Poles has put together, like I'm not minimalizing that. You know what he's done with that defense from 32nd to where we're at now. You know, I'm not minimalizing that. What I'm saying is the same thing I've been saying for 5 weeks. With that 4-3 defense, with the pieces that he has in place right now, and the pieces that he's going to add, almost any defensive coordinator, 4-3, that coaches a 4-3 can coach that defense. And so we don't need Eva Puss. We don't need him. We don't need to see that. We don't need to see this show again. I'm with Sugar and Vodka. We've seen this.
Because he's not even going to be the defensive coordinator. And who is going to be the defensive coordinator? That's what the fuck I want to know.
Man. So he gets an extension. Let's check this out. Let me finish. So Eva Puss gets an extension. Let me finish. Eva Puss gets an extension, right? And then he gets to hire an offensive coordinator, right? Because the defense is playing well. No. You know how many missed calls that he didn't own up to? You know what I mean? As the head coach, not the defensive coordinator, but as the head coach, he didn't step up. I can name numerous times, and you can too, Coach Chef, and you can too, Sugar and Vodka. Well, he just was like, he's just stuck on the defense. Well, you're the head coach. All of this is yours. And I understand what you're about to say, Coach Chef. You know what I mean? You designate, jobs. Yeah, that's what you're going to say. You know, you have your special teams coordinator. You have your offensive line coach. You have your D-line coach. Yeah. I get all that. But when you're the head coach, you have to take onus of everything that's going on that field. Whether you want to or not, you have to. Well, heck, we've heard enough excuses from them. So now you're going to fire Getsy, and then you're going to bring another offensive coordinator in, and you're going to be the same way. We're going to be taking 3 timeouts until the halftime, 3 timeouts at the end of the game. We're taking them in there. It's him, man. And like
he doesn't even give excuses, Amp. He doesn't even give excuses. He just says, well, the fundamentals.
Come on, man. We're growing. And we are getting better. But no thanks to him. Come on, man.
What do you mean it's no thanks to him?
Excuse me?
Okay. Going in and out still for some reason.
Going in and out? Okay. I'm trying to stop moving. I'm not sure what it is. Is it still going in and out currently?
Is that you're going with Puss? That's what it is.
Yeah, right.
No.
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
I gave the offense. I gave them an A-. I gave them an A-. Yes, Herbert rushed 400. The pass rush the pass blocking looked good, but we still struggle to find another target that can perform at a high enough level to be the second or third option. So Komet didn't play. They didn't say he was out, but he didn't. Essentially, he didn't play. So we had a second tight end, and Tunyon, who was second in the team with receptions. Our third string technically our second string running back, because Foreman was out. He performed better in the passing game, but Scott had a drop. Mooney was inactive, I believe, because I didn't see him on the field. So we still struggle to find guys who can get open and catch the ball. Although statistically the Bears, as far as drops on the season, they're not as high as you would think they are. Actually, the team that leads the league in drops this season are the Kansas City Chiefs. But I think the Bears have a total, based on NFL, how the NFL does their stats, the Bears have 13 drops this season. Okay, I gave the defense, I gave them an A. I didn't give them an A plus because, you know, you had that one breakdown. That's just kind of like, that's, once again, that's football. You end up with a perfect play call against that particular defensive call, and that's kind of what happens. Everything, you can't cancel everyone out, but you get the 4 turnovers. So I'm going to give them an A. And I give coaching because there are still doubts. The fact that you almost called him Nagy, good Lord, he's just as bad, actually, or worse. There's still bouts of the game where the play calling, you're like, either you as a fan or us as fans can predict it, or you're like, okay, why did you stop being aggressive? Why are you playing? And I get there's certain things like, you know, if you're if a 3rd and 15, you're just, you know, you're going to punt the ball, you're not going to deep, you're probably calling a screen or a run play or something just to get out of that series to make it safe. But there's still play calling. No. What's at the end of the Bears are up? What was it last? Oh crap! Now I'm getting my games confused. Where the Bears were up and we get the ball with like 2 minutes left in the first half, and we just throw three or four straight passing plays. We don't set anything up. It just looks really wonky still. So I gave the coaching a B. So A minus, A for the defense, and B. And that's the grades I gave. I will say once again about Eberflus. He has traditional boring coaching. He's not a great personality, but I don't really need my head coach to have great personality. As long as the guys in the locker room trust him. Yes, you probably can find, most likely can find someone else to run your 4-3. I think he's going to hire a defensive coordinator. I do know that factually that he's not the only head coach, defensively minded or offensively minded, who calls the play specifically. The head coach for the Rams, he calls the offense, and he's the head coach, and he calls the plays for the for the Rams. Same thing with the Dolphins head coach. Now, of course, those are offensive minded guys, but they are the sole play callers for their teams. I will say that Getsy has to go. Like that's non-debatable. That's a non-starter. He has to go. I don't care I don't care if they win versus the Packers. He is the first to be let go come Black, or no, not Black Monday. They call it Red Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. Because we don't have a Monday Night Football game because of the national championship. So the Monday night game technically is a Saturday game because there's 2 Saturday games and then Sunday games, and that's the end. The Sunday night game this week will be the last of the regular season. Come that Monday. It's Black Monday. Just letting you know.
It's Black Monday. It is. Mm-hmm.
Correct. Thank you for the question. Black Monday. He needed to be getting the red slip. Look, we appreciate what you've done, but we're gonna go elsewhere because I don't.
That entire coaching staff, man. That entire coaching staff has to go. Has to go.
That's
we've seen this. We've seen this movie before. 7. So what's the best we do? What's the best we do? 8 and 9. We finished 8 and 9. That's the best we can do. I'm tired. I don't know. I don't know about everyone else out there. I don't know about the Bears fandom, but I'm tired of this. I'm tired.
Vegas had under the over under 6.5. Vegas is Vegas for a reason.
Yeah.
At 6.5.
Yeah. So Vegas is about making that money. Vegas is about making that money as a fandom, as a fan base, you know what I'm saying? As a fan base, Coach Chef, you know what I'm saying? They have to go. I'm not talking about what Vegas is saying or what they have it. What's the odds of the coaching staff getting fired? I don't care about that. And you know what? I do that for kicks and giggles. But far as our coaching staff, they have to go. When I say the coaching staff, I mean the coaching staff. I mean all of them. They all have to go. So there'll be no misunderstanding, no confusion from AMP. They all have to go. That's my opinion.
I would like to know what you thought about one of the only Bears coaching staff to be any form of successful days of the 80s. How did you feel after Lovie Smith's second year? Because I'm pretty sure, once I looked at the record, I'm pretty sure he didn't have a good 2 year.
Say we haven't. First of all, we haven't had a decent season. we haven't had a decent season since 2018, and that was Nagy. And so I'm not giving Nagy any props. That was 2018. I'm not giving Nagy any props. He had to go. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty obvious. So if Nagy had to go at 12-4, they have to go. In my opinion, they have to go. If you can fire a coach that was 12-4,
that defense was.
You know what I'm saying? That was 2018. Defense was stout. Hey, that was 2018. The defense is gonna always be stout, man. And what Poles is putting together right now is something special. And we don't need evil puss messing this up, man. Because I can run down the list of coaches right now. As a matter of fact, I am. Later on. I'm gonna give it to you. Yeah. Baguette, hey. Deuces, baby. Deuces. I'm with you, Ace.
Okay.
I'm with you. Deuces.
Those were our grades. I agree 100% about the guessing, undoubtedly. Those were our grades for the games, the current game versus the Falcons. They got a lot of things to say. Now, this wasn't any, because I didn't give a breakdown, but typically our producer, who does a great job, Crazy Ace, he does a great job in our social media department. So I know he watches a lot of stuff, of whether it's national media or local media about the Bears. I was watching some videos about Stephen A. Smith, who's been a big pundit about field and stats, and of course, every network has their stat guys who give them stats. But I always say they always give the stats that tell the story that they want to tell. So of course, he gave the fourth quarter stat. They gave they always state the record. He's 10 in this, but they don't have any context. Nothing ever has context with the national media because they don't. They're national media. They have too much to worry about theoretically.
Too much time. Too much time to make content.
Exactly, content. So let's just say okay. So Lovie Smith first year. Okay, you're gonna leave me on that one. He was 5-7 the next year. He was 11-5 and then 13-3, 7-9, 9-7, 7-9. So his second year they won double-digit games. But that was the truth. So they were pretty good. Awesome. Last year with Jerome, they were 7-9. They dropped off a year. Then they picked up the year after that with back-to-back win seasons and the Super Bowl appearance in his third season. Okay. Then Trestman, he had the 8-8. Offense was great. Or was pretty good or whatever. So I was a little wrong. I was wrong about that because Lovie Smith's second year they did go to a division game where they got embarrassed by the Panthers. Actually, remember that Steve Smith ripped them a new one in that divisional game. So Stephen A. Smith and everyone's been saying Mike Tannenbaum, not Mike Flory. What's the other guy who does stuff at NFL who I can stand in either from Cap from the Cap and Jay Hood show. Mike
Lombardi.
Who are you in
Lombardi.
the chat? Yeah,
Lombardi.
That clown. Yeah, that
Lombardi.
Clown. So
yeah.
Everyone keeps talking about setting the wage scale with the rookie, and everybody keeps saying trade him away. But even Stephen A. Smith said something because I listened to his little 8-minute segment. He's like, I love Justin. He's amazing, but you got to get rid of him because he's not the guy in his fourth quarter. But he conveniently named his team on one of the teams that the Bears should trade Justin Fields to. So everyone knows that Stephen A. Smith is a diehard Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Right. So why is it convincing you want the Bears to trade away their quarterback Justin Fields, and he conveniently trade him to the Falcons, trade him to the Steelers. He said Steelers because of course he's a Steelers fan and they have turmoil. The Steelers are trending up. What do you do? So it's amazing. All these people keep saying you got to trade Justin, but there's always to the team that they like that's struggling. Why is that? Because everyone seems.
What do you think about that, Sugar Vodka? I was just about to say.
Out of their fucking ass.
I was just about to say.
Paid for. They
what do you think about that?
Be like, oh, this is a great guy. They get paid for putting down people, and that's that's how they get people because most people don't fucking like them. I don't know anyone that's like, man, I agree with Stephen A. every fucking week.
You're never going to be on national media.
And that's what he fucking does, though.
You know what?
Everyone, and especially Lombardi, but all those fucking clowns. It's like I see like, you know, the gist of what they're saying, and then I'm like, get that fucking shit out of here.
You know what?
Here's the thing.
It's
Here's the thing.
It's meaningless.
Here's the thing.
I was going to end with. Go ahead.
Here's the thing, man. When it comes to that, when it comes to the national media, man, like you said, everyone has their reasons for what they're saying. Mike Lombardi, Stephen A. Smith, like you said, you know what? 5 teams right now are on the waiting list for Fields. And here's the kicker: you got the Falcons, you got the Raiders, you got the Rams, you got the Seahawks, you have the Jets and the Steelers. But here's the kicker. Nobody is mentioning. I don't know if you said it. Nobody has mentioned that our quarterback is still under a rookie contract. He has another season to go, and then we have an option year. On him. So why, in God's green earth, would we let him go? Why? And here's the kicker. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna shuffle it on up to you, Coach Chef. Check it out. The kid is playing lights out, considering what he has around him. He is playing lights out. And if you don't believe it, if you don't believe that he's playing lights out, I have statistics for you. And I'm gonna break those down to you. I'm gonna break it down for you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe JF1 is playing like as one of the best quarterbacks in the last 20 years, I'm gonna break it down to you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna break it down to you. And then you're gonna say, you know what? Maybe Fields is okay. Maybe he is. You want to hear about it? Let's check this out, man. I'm gonna call some names out. Bobby Douglas, Bob Avellini, Mike Phipps, Vince Evans, Jim McMahon, Steve Fuller, Rusty Lynch, Doug Flutie, Mike Tomczak, Jim Harbaugh, Steve Walsh, Dave Craig, Rick Myers, Cade McNown, Chad Hutchison, Rex Grossman, and I can go on. And I named all of those quarterbacks because I've seen all of those quarterbacks. So, in other words, I've seen a lot of bad play at the quarterback position. You know what I'm saying? Since I've been watching the Bears. And that's just like 20 of them, man. That's just like 20 of them. The best quarterback I've seen thus far is JF1. And he's not working with everything that he needs. You know what I'm saying? So, just had to put that out there. You know, when you start talking about JF1 is this and JF1 is not that, go back through Bears history. I've seen it. I watched it. And those quarterbacks I just named, you made out of all of them, what? Doug Flutie. And they didn't even want to give him a chance. They pretty much blackballed him when he came. And he's a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? Steve Walsh was done. Jim Harbaugh was a draft. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Coach Chef.
No, I was just saying. No. You're good. I was just saying he's a Hall of Famer in college and in Canada. He's not an NFL Hall of Famer.
Yeah. That's what I said.
He had his.
We got him at the end of his career. That's what I'm saying. We didn't have Walsh at the beginning of his career. All these players, just like Flutie. Flutie was actually he crossed the picket line. You know what I'm saying? He was playing for the USFL. He crossed the picket line. And so Dicker and the Bears didn't really like him. And so they never really gave him a chance. You know what I'm saying? And then he went to New England and lit it up. So I can go on and on and on and on about this quarterback position. You know, when the reality is we have a franchise quarterback right now. And we have him under contract. And if we like, we can sign him you can sign his extension. You know what I'm saying? And if that doesn't work out, check this out. With the draft capital that I believe, I'm not a GM, but with the draft capital that we're about to receive, if it doesn't work out, guess what? We can always go back and get a quarterback. We don't have to do it this year. So all this nonsense that we're hearing, you know,
every year.
Hey, that's it, man. That's what I got, man. Yeah, that's just my opinion on the quarterback position.
Sugar Vodka, well, both of you. These are some things I was able to get my phone from my now fiance. So here's some things. Here's context about junk food that people don't talk about. except their local media, because the local media obviously is going to be the media that speaks about certain things. See, I see stats coming on the bottom. I appreciate those stats. Justin Fields as a starter his first year under Matt Nagy. The offense ranked 27th in points, 24th in yards. In passing yards, they were 30th. Touchdowns, they were 29th. In rushing yards, they were 14th. Okay, I'm gonna name the starting receivers. Okay, so running game. When Justin Fields took over, he went I think 3-8 as a rookie. 2-8, 1,500 yards, 7 touchdowns. He was thrown into the fire. He didn't get to sit long enough because of the injury to Andy Dalton. I think the game right before the round came out. That was
You're breaking up, Coach Chef. You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
You had still breaking up. Okay.
Yep.
You to bear with me. I got my little one with me. Try to fight this. My Wi-Fi is monkey, so I'm on the regular service. You had David Montgomery 800 yards. You had Khalil Herbert 400 yards. Justin Fields was third on the team with 420 rushing. And in the receiving game, your leading receiver his rookie year was Darnell Mooney. Now we all talk about Darnell Mooney's season as Justin Fields' number one target, but people forget this particular statistic that is very, very, very odd. For him to get 1,000 yards and on 81 receptions, he was targeted 140 times, which means that his success rating on reception was 57.9%, which is extremely low for a number one receiver. That means he only completed the ball 57.9 times to his starting receiver. His success rating was on receiving catches was 45.7. That's awful. If you're targeted 140 times, you only managed 81 receptions, 1,000 yards. Your second leading receiver was your rookie, along with Justin, which was Cole Kmet. And then you had a dwindling and injured Allen Robinson. And then who are your next receivers? Marquise Goodwin. He had battled some injuries. You have Demary Bird. You have Damian Williams, a running back. You had aging Jimmy Graham, who somehow was still in the league. All these names I'm naming for you after Allen Robinson, all of these guys statistically have gone down. Now, I thought Allen Robinson, after he got over his injuries, he would be productive, but that might have been his last most productive season as an NFL pro. Jimmy Graham's still in the league. You know, he's just a red zone guy. Even King Grant, like who's the receivers there? Who are your targets? Darnell Mooney's your best target, and a rookie Cole Kmet. Okay, the next year, first year under Eberflus and good old Getsy, 2022, they go 3-14. The offense is of point score 23rd, in yards at 28th. In passing, obviously they were dead last in 32nd. In rushing, they were number one. That's the year that Justin, of course, runs for 1,000 yards. Okay, I'm trying to do this real quick. Your leading rusher was Justin Fields with 1,100 yards. Your second was David Montgomery. Your third was Khalil Hubbard, and then fourth was Bayless. Your leading receiver, since we're talking about Justin, supposed to make all these guys better. I'm trying to figure out how he's supposed to make these receivers better. Your leading receiver was Cole Kmet, 50 catches. Your leading wide receiver was Darnell Mooney. Your second leading receiver, who was fourth in the team receptions, was Equanimous St. Brown. We all know he's not a top 3 receiver. He's a number 4. Like, I don't understand. You have Dante Pettis, you have Playboard, you have Ira Pringle, who was hurt. Like, what?
Your mic, brother.
Even Shady Boy. Oh my goodness, I might have to use something else. The national media has zero context on all of these aspects. He's supposed to make these guys who are not even good with the next team that they. Can anyone go look up? Is Dante Pettis even on the NFL roster right now? What is Claypool done with the Dolphins? No. These guys were not good enough to play on other rosters. Dante Pettis, I don't think he's in the league.
What's up, Rich?
Claypool is on a team that can possibly be fighting for a Super Bowl. Where the hell is he at right now? And Darnell Mooney is regressing because of multiple reasons. You know, either I don't know if it's a play calling or his ability or him and JF1 not being on the same page. Our quarterback didn't get a bona fide. So this year he's got one receiver, one tight end, and he's sprinkling some running backs here and there, but he doesn't have the talent around him. People say, "Well, what do you want? You want him to have a bunch of all pros?" There's not an all-pro on this roster except possibly the guy you traded for last year and your number one receiver who's having a career year. Once you gave him one legit top 10 receiver, with 1,300 yards.
You know what?
93.
You knew. I hate to interrupt you, but you knew that DJ Moore was the real deal, because all you have to do is look back at the quarterbacks who were throwing him the ball before he got here. So yeah, you're right. He's definitely a number one receiver, because he had some bums. He had some bums throwing him the ball. You know what I'm saying? DJ Moore I'm just keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, absolutely right. I agree with you, Coach Chef. I agree with you. Yeah.
The word here is context, and that's what the national media like. But I'm not even mad at the national media, because guess what? Their job is to be controversial. That's how. No fan base on earth likes the national media unless you are a fan base of a team that's winning. It's controversy with the Eagles right now. Can Jalen Hurts get it done because of their play calling? The only team that loves the national media is the San Francisco 49ers team, fan base, because they're the best team right now as far as everything. Look at this. Look.
Mm-hmm.
Look. DJ overall.
The numbers don't tell half truths. That boy is the real deal. Look at it, man. Look at that.
He found like a bona fide quarterback, not an aging, injured Cam Newton.
That's just the start. What we just saw, that's just the start. That's the start of it.
Here's a crazier stat. So the other thing, if you in all these forums, Sugar Vodka, I'm going to get to you, I swear. People are saying, if you look at all the stats, he only throws to DJ Moore. He doesn't throw to the other receivers. He has no vision. Let me tell you something. I'm going to go look. I'm going to type this name in. I'm not comparing him to this guy, but I'm going to compare the statistic based on target shares based on stats. Okay, from one quarterback to a receiver. Go back.
While you do that, while you look for it real quick. Oh, let's pay some rent real quick, and then while you look for it.
Listen, shout out to my man Terrence from Chicago's Clubhouse podcast, from the Moore's Brewing Company here in Chicago, Illinois. All right, we got bros out here putting out this for the Moors. It's tasty. I didn't even have to come on here lying about this. All right, this tastes like what I like when I drink a beer. I don't drink a beer often because I'm too big and I need to stay off of carbonated drinks. But this is the carbonated drink you need to open up and crack and take a sip. All right, if you want to come out of the dark ages, be educated. All right, get you some of this Moore's brew right here. It's definitely tasty. You can get it in Kimbark and High Park.
Whoa. I thought we were a team. Where's mines? And when are we getting in Tempe, Arizona?
I guess we're going to have to find out, man. But everybody out there, for here in Chicago, go to Kimbark and pick you up some Moors.
Okay. Are we good? Am I still in and out? I might have to get a new headset.
You're good right now.
After this week. Okay. So something that I've always known, but I just want to bring this up. Now, I'm going to bring up two Hall of Fame players, but I just want the number disparity from your number one receiver based on talent compared to other guys who are not as talented. Joe Montana's last year as a full-time San Francisco 49 quarterback was 1990. They went 14-2. The record is irrelevant. Went 14-2. Joe Montana went 14-1. Steve Young went 0-1 or whatever. You know, obviously the number one leading receiver for that 49er team was who? Jerry Rice, of course. He had 100 receptions for 1,500 yards, 13 touchdowns. Hall of Famer. Obviously, I'm not saying DJ Moore is Jerry Rice. I just want people to understand people who say, because I've seen it in all these little comments. He only throws to one guy. The next leading receiver after 100 catches from the Hall of Fame Jerry Rice, or just a great receiver, was Brent Joseph with 56 receptions. That means that Jerry Rice has 44 more receptions than the next leading option. The next leading receiver had 49 catches. That was John Taylor with 49. My point with going back to that depth, if I could find multiple teams over recent history, even in the 2000s, with that disparity from your best receiver, is if you don't have adequate targets around you, of course you're going to throw to one goddamn guy. If the one goddamn guy is the only goddamn guy getting goddamn open. I'm tired of hearing this. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of reading it in every chat, in every goddamn video I watch on YouTube. Well, when he throws to DJ Moore, who the fuck would you throw to if you ain't throwing to DJ Moore? You ain't throwing Cole. What other wide receivers getting open consistently, not dropping the ball and running right? It's DJ Moore. Sugar Vodka, we haven't heard from you in a while. What is your opinion? Not just on national media, that's irrelevant. What is your or just encompassing? I need your opinion on what you think the Bears should do with Justin Fields.
I've never wavered. Of course we're gonna fucking keep him. We better fucking keep him. If they don't keep him, I'm gonna be like so fucking pissed off. It's not even, I don't know, but we're gonna keep him. So that's not even an option. But the people that don't want him, their argument has gotten so fucking ridiculous and so fucking stupid that I won't have a conversation with them anymore. I'll just be like, shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down. You're a fucking clown, and leave it at that, because I have nothing else to say. It's like their argument is just like, I'm not going to waste my time. And they'll keep tagging me and tagging me and tagging me. And I'm just like, I'm done.
Hey,
I don't have time for this bullshit.
What do you think about this when you hear this?
Yeah, that is the majority of the fans. But there's always been those fucking clowns that have hated him since day one. And no matter what the fuck he does, they're going to talk shit. It's just what they do. And I already know him. I can like name them all by name. So when I see them say something, I'm just like, ugh. And somebody will try to argue with them, and I'll go under. I was like, don't even fucking bother. They're a fucking clown. Don't waste your fucking time. You ain't going to get nowhere. It doesn't matter what the fuck he does. They're going to just like talk shit. So
when I heard them chanting that, when I heard the fan base and Soldier Field chanting that, and then JF1 came out at the podium at the post game conference, and he said they asked him about that, right? And man, I like this kid a lot. I like the way he handles himself with the press. You know, he won't let them get him twisted up. You know, let his words get twisted. He's very precise. You know what I'm saying? And what he said when they asked him about that, he said, "Yeah, I heard that." And he said, "So what did you think?" And so instead of him saying what he thought about the fans cheering his name, he said, "You know what?" He says, "I'm really not a snow type of guy playing in the snow." He said, "But at that moment, he said, it all came rushing to me. Like, we have the greatest," he said, "we have the greatest fan base in the world. We were playing in the snow. We were up." And he said, she said, "It's just a great feeling to be able to play in Soldier Field and have a fan base like that." And I said, this kid's got it. He's got it, because he could have took it way left. He could have went way left with that, and that's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. And he's like, no. You know, I'm not. He said, "I'm not a snow guy." He said, "But at that moment, you know what I'm saying?" He said, "I just took everything in," and he said that was the greatest feeling in the world. You know what I'm saying? And Chicago, he said Chicago Bears fans are the greatest. So, which is true. Loyal to a fault, man. Just loyal to a fault. Mm-hmm.
Now, you just hit the big 6-0. You've been a Bears fan longer, essentially, almost longer than I've been. Well, no, you've been a Bears fan longer than I've been alive, obviously. I've never, Bears fan, seen a team so a fan base so overwhelmingly. Not 100%. It's not going to be 100%. Because obviously he still has some growth to do. Remember, he's only 24. He's going to be 25 next year. He's only 1 year older than the guy who just got drafted #1, Bryce Young. 1 year older. But he's so young. Like, to throw this young kid who's not even yet in his prime away before he's 25, 26, 27, the peak of your athleticism and your quarterback ability would be devastating. And people, everyone. Seems like everyone's in a quandary. No one has a definite answer. The only people who have definite answers are the people who believe in the money aspect of you got to restart the clock. So you're going to pay him $40 million in 2 years. Well, if he performs in the next 2 years, you're going to pay him. If he balls next year, even if he has substantially better numbers, say he still doesn't go for 4,000 yards, but he puts up 3,000, 20 touchdowns, and 10, 11 picks. And the team goes 9-8 or 10-7 or whatever, and then he balls in that 5th year. If you get the 10-year option, you goddamn right you're going to pay him because he would have earned it, obviously. But you're telling me now you're going to draft the quarterback #1, then you're going to get whoever you're going to get the 10th round pick. We only have 2 #1s, then we don't draft at all in the 2nd. We have a 3rd, a 4th, a 1, 2 1s. We only have 6 picks in this coming up draft so far. 2 1s. A 3rd, a 4th, a 5th, and a 6th. Yeah, that's it. 2 1s, a 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th.
I agree with you, Coach Chef, but we will have a 2nd round pick in this upcoming draft. I can almost guarantee you. We will have a 2nd round pick in this upcoming draft. Well, right now, you're correct. You're correct.
So for those people who say take Williams. So you take Williams with the #1 pick. You have the number 10 pick right now. I think we're slotted in that. I'm just saying what people who are not Fields people are saying. Fields people who are pro, the team
why
of
are
money.
Who gives a fuck what they're saying? That's what we're saying. Who gives a flying fuck what the fuck they are saying? Fuck those people. Fuck those people 100%.
It could happen. I have to be realistic. It could happen. It could very well happen. So you take somebody with a 10th pick. So you either take the receiver, a tight end, or you take a tackle with the 10th pick, right? Then you obviously, if you take #1, you trade Fields. You're not going to get a #1 Fields. You're not going to get it. You're going to get a 2nd at best, a 2nd and a 3rd. So that's your 2nd round pick. So who you get with the 2nd round pick? You take another. Say you take a pass rusher or another receiver threat or another depth piece, right? So then you the 2 #1s, you end up with the trade for Fields, hypothetically. You end up with a 2nd, a 3rd, a 4th, whatever you get. Now you've got a top 10 defense, legitimately coming in next year. You get DJ Moore. You're still going to get a rookie offensive player who he's still got to learn the game, because I keep telling people, for every person who just comes in and blows away, it's going to take every guy time. Steve didn't look good as a rookie. Kyler Gordon didn't look good as a rookie the first half of the season. The second half of the season, they came along. So say we don't even get the other talented guy until the second half of the season. So you're still probably you're with a rookie. So you don't even come out next season with a 500 record. You probably end up, I don't know, say the first 6 games you end up 2-4. But now you had a growth for a team who's supposed to make the playoffs. Like, it just doesn't make sense, because statistically, it's way more hit and miss to trust that one guy than to get more picks. You got a #1 pick in 2015. All I'm saying is, statistically speaking, and what I would do, obviously none of us have any bearing on this, you hold on to what you have. People didn't feel this way about Jay Cutler. People didn't feel this way about Rex Grossman. People didn't feel this way about any of the quarterbacks for the past 20 years of Bears history who we've drafted. They feel this way about this guy. It has to be something. It's something that the majority of us, I would say about 65%, I would say 65 to 70% of the Bears fans, and even that roster, that it's something about this kid that people cling to. You can't grow that. It's within you as a player. So,
okay, Coach.
This is what we'll do right now.
I think Am's falling asleep, and
no.
You want him to keep going?
Hey, no, I'm not saying that. What I'm about to say, real talk. Thank you, Sugar Vodka. What I was saying, Coach Chef. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying we're going to get that second round pick from trading JF1. I'm saying that we're going to take that Poles, not we, but Poles is going to take that first pick, that number 1 pick, and he's going to parlay that until picks, and most likely we probably won't get Marvin Harrison Jr. But you know what? There are other receivers in the draft. There are other receivers in the draft, and we need more than just receivers. And check us out. In Poles, I trust because of what he did last season. So once he parlays that number 1 pick, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how far we're going to move down, but I don't think it's going to be that much further. But I do know that with that number 1 pick that he's going to parlay, going to come a couple of second-round picks. A couple of first-round picks this year and next year, and at least a second and a third, and at least a second and a third. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got. Thank you, Sugar Vodka.
If we don't get
anyone coming for.
If we don't get fucking MHJ, I'm gonna be fucking.
Why?
I'm gonna blow my fucking lid because I fucking want him. He's the fucking best. He's a generational talent.
There's no such thing. There's no such thing.
Since he started college, I don't give a fuck what the fuck you say. I want him, and I've been wanting him. And if we don't get him, I'm gonna be fucking
this sounds like a good segue for Sugar and Vodka moment.
Go ahead. It's on you. It's on you, Sugar and Vodka. Go ahead. Let it go. Let it go, Sugar and Vodka. Go ahead.
Hold on. I have to get my timer here. Now, shall we start? My sugar moment is everything is. The cohesiveness was fucking great this last game. I hope it keeps going. I hope it keeps going into the next season and we don't change shit around. Except for Getsy. Getsy has to fucking go. But that's not a sugar moment. Sugar moment. Everybody looks good. I'm happy with everybody. It was a rookie moment. They had their best. I'm happy for the players that got to the Pro Bowl. I'm just happy for the win. I'm happy for the team. I'm happy for JF1. I'm happy the fans that were screaming his name. I fucking loved it. He loved it. And it was great. And I also have to play this too because I missed it somehow, but it was like the cutest thing ever. And I don't know how I missed it, but it was just so cute.
Yeah.
And it was like a little friend. It was the cutest moment. I missed it when it actually happened. I just posted it this past week. I was like late post. I don't know how the fuck I missed it. But it was so cute. The players fucking love JF1. Obviously, the fans love JF1, which goes in to the vodka moment. Anyone saying that we need to get rid of JF1 over this and this and this is talking out their fucking ass. They probably don't even fucking watch games. They probably just read one of those stupid fucking articles about why we should trade them. And then that's what they go off of and that's what they play off of. And that's what they troll on the fucking internet with. I'm sure they haven't even fucking watched a full game this entire fucking season. And it just like really pisses me the fuck off. Anybody that's still saying that, oh, well, we need to go get another QB is like fucking ridiculous and they're a fucking clown. And they're extremely special. They're extremely special. That's all I'll say. And also, I don't give a fuck who agrees or doesn't agree with me. I fucking want MHJ. I'm outspoken. I've been outspoken on that since fucking day one. Just as I've been outspoken about wanting JF1 and only JF1, I want MHJ with DJ Moore and JF1. Fucking period. And that is my segment. Thank you.
You don't say.
All right. Say it like you mean it. I like that. I like that. Mm-hmm. I like that second box.
Some questions, please, producer. What we got lately? It's a mistake if we keep Eberflus.
It's a mistake.
If we get rid of the quarterback, I believe the quarterback. What we got next? Is going to falling past 3. I don't know about all that. Because even if the Cardinals are still there, I think they'll take them wherever they're drafting.
He fixed it. He said it's not going past 3.
Dr. Truth says,
That was funny. That was good. I like that. Okay. You got any questions that came up recently by anyone? A question or
I don't think there's any questions that's come up.
Ace. Okay. Ace, when you pull those up, read those, Ace. Read those. When you pull those comments up, read them. Read them for us, please.
All right. It's so stupid them basing Eberflus over the past 4 games. Warren Smith said awesome sugar and vodka. Skylark was Eberflus's addiction round scenario all over again. I don't know. I'd say the defense is a lot better with Eberflus than it ever was with Dick Duran being here. But
as a team,
here goes one. Greg Kimmich says, any chance we do the same thing that Green Bay did to Love? Get him a sweetener, only a 2-year extension or something like that. So essentially, they were still on a rookie contract, and all they did was they pretty much just gave him a 5th-year option, right? And they gave him like a 22 mil, whatever. So technically, like this is his prove it year. This is Jordan Love's prove it year.
Why was that the fucking comparison? Fuck Love and fuck Green Bay and fuck their fan base.
I concur.
Hey, tell us how you.
Well, that's my fucking
I concur,
group.
Sugar and
That's
Vodka.
my fucking group. It's Chicago Bears fans only and the fucking Packers haters. Fuck the Packers.
Hey,
I
can't say it quite like that.
One thing,
I can't say it quite like that, Sugar and Vodka. But I totally agree with you.
Hey, the one thing I want to say with you guys is we do have 2 new Pro Bowlers.
See, that's what's up right there. We haven't had Pro Bowlers in almost 10 years, at least 10 years. That's what's up right there. You know what I mean?
We're not counting Mr. Trubisky's alternate bid.
No, we're not counting that. We're not counting him. No.
The real question is, when's the last time we had an offensive Pro Bowl alternate? That's the real question.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going. I do believe JF1. If it's a quarterback as an alternate, it has to go to him. It has to.
Here goes another question from Scarlark. He was like, is Phil Snow defensive analyst when higher defenses started playing a lot better?
Yeah. True that. You know, and that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning, Scarlark. This is just the beginning. Because sweat has really made a difference. Just like
there's
just
2
like
folds
Coach
to that
Jeff
question,
said.
though. There's two distinct for that question, though. Only because while Phil Snow came on with the analyst, you got to think about it like Eberflus now was actually running his defense. It wasn't Alan Williams trying to come up with his version of what this defense should have been.
Yeah, but with that addition of sweat, everything changed.
Oh,
so
sweat,
even though
sweat factor, 100%.
Yeah, the sweat factor.
That's one of my biggest questions, though. Is what the fuck are they going to do about the defensive coordinator? That's like what nobody talks about.
Don't worry about it, Sugar and Vodka. Don't worry about it.
Well,
they're gonna clean house. They're gonna clean house. They're gonna clean house. That's what's gonna happen. And that defense is still gonna be stout.
The only way they clean house,
Coach Jeff. You're about to get married. I don't want to take your money. You're gonna need it.
The only way they clean house is if they get ransacked by the Packers. That's the only way. They're not going to get rid of Eberflus.
Nah.
Well,
how do you know that? How do you know that? How do you know that?
What's your favorite beverage that's non-alcoholic? We could bet that. Tell me they're not going to get rid of it.
Absolutely. What? A case of alkaline water to what? To what?
I know it's going to be some water. It's going to be some water.
Yeah.
Right? That's what he always drinks on the show.
To what, baby? To what?
I'm not mad at
to what? Mm-hmm. So what? Mm-hmm.
I thought he was going to say some pineapple juice. I think.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That'll work. That'll work.
If even if they hypothetically we haven't even jumped into Packers week, I really want to do that now. But
Okay.
we'll set that up.
Oh.
We can make it better when they get rid of Eberflus, okay? Come Monday. So let's go ahead.
Okay.
Who else? Okay, that's a good question. Who else should have got a player? The only other person I can think of who should have been a Pro Bowler is obviously
DJ Moore. DJ Moore.
Yards, 8 touchdowns. There's not many guys in the NFC who have outplayed him except for the guys in San Francisco, maybe AJ Brown. So I think he'll still get in, especially for those playoff teams who get in. So I'll still get in. That's the only other person who's played outstanding this year. I would say Tevin Jenkins, but I think he's missed too many games. Oh, and Edwards. Oh, yeah. I thought Edwards would have got in, but, it being just very weird now how they do the Pro Bowl with so they don't actually get a game. But Edwards definitely leading the league in tackles. He should definitely. He might be one of those that's awesome. Hey,
you know what? It's a joke anyway, man. The Pro Bowl is a joke, man. It's a joke. They went from tackling to flag football, man. It's a joke.
That's what I like, though. It's meaningless, and I don't even know why
it
they
is.
have it. To be honest,
it is. I can't even watch it. I can't even watch it.
I'm happy for the guys because it is, an honor to be able, to go, but it's meaningless, and you don't want anybody fucking injured because that's the, so it's meaningless. So
even before they put the flags on, Sugar and Vodka, even before they put the flags on their hips, it was. You didn't have to worry about anyone getting hurt because they weren't tackling.
The fastest man,
like
the strongest man. I want to see who the fastest guy in the league is. But anyway, since it's done before, so let's do this now. We're already an hour and 18 in. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and bring in FGB week. Fuck the Packers week. We play Packers this last game. We play the Packers this week, obviously. It's in Green Bay because, Green Bay has nothing better to do, as JF once said, but watch football.
True.
So, yeah, we jump into
cheese. And eat cheese. And I do like cheese, I will say that. But they don't really have anything.
We get into they're 8-8. They have to beat us. They have to beat the Bears to make the playoffs. So we can ruin another team's playoff. We have to ruin another team's playoff bid by winning this game. Jordan Love has played pretty well. 30 touchdowns, 3,800 yards, 11 picks. He's got some talented people on his team, even though the running game has kind of been down this year. They still have two solid backs, AJ Allen and Aaron Jones. Their young, talented receiving core has been playing outstanding this year, but out of the 3,800 yards, he's been evenly that his disparity amongst his receivers has been very even with Jalen Reed, Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs. All around evenly. Luke Musgrave is their tight end. Tucker Craft, thank you for bringing it up. He's been spreading the ball around really, really, really well this year. His top 4 receivers are all catching over 50% of the targets that they get, with Jalen Reed being at 66%, Romeo Dobbs at 61%, Wilkes at 64%, even Watson, who's more of a deep threat, is 52%. So they still have the same. They have not camaraderie, consistency at the head coach and play calling level. They rank offensively. They rank 11th in points, 13th in yards. In the passing game, they're 17th. In rushing, they're 15th. So they're right in the middle of the pack. Defensively, they rank 14th, but in yards, they rank 21st. That's pretty low. First to pass, they're 11th. They're pretty good, but in rushing, they are 28th first to run. So,
Coach Jeff.
Hold on, both of you. I was looking for this post. Hold on, both of you. Let's stop.
Go ahead.
Because I was looking for this post. Because in 2022, Lions started that season 1-6. They finished the season 8-2 for a final record of 9-8. Won 3 games the year before, missed the playoffs, but they eliminated the Packers in week 18.
Last year.
They had 2 first-round picks the following draft. In 2023, Bears started the season 3-7. They are 6-2 since, with a chance to finish with a record of 8-9. Won 3 games the year before, missed the playoffs, but they also can eliminate the fucking Packers in week 18. Have 2 first-round picks in the upcoming draft. And will history be
Bingo.
repeating itself? Funny repeating itself.
You know
So
what?
That's what I'm going on.
That's why I was interrupting Coach Chef for. Like, first of all, check this out. What'd you say about the Packers again, Sugar Vodka? What were the words you used about the Packers?
Fuck
What was
the
those
Packers.
words that I don't use?
Fuck
That-
the Packers.
That right there. That part right there. You know what I'm saying? So all
say it every
that you were saying, thank you, Sugar Vodka.
No problem.
All that you were saying, Coach Chef, who cares? You know what I'm saying? This is the Packers. These are the
Just
Packers.
laying it out
This
there.
is the same team. This is the same team. Yeah, this is the same team that since I've been watching the Bears, man. You know, it was taught to me the very first time I seen them. I saw them play the Bears. It was taught to me, this is the team that you dislike. I'm like, huh? This is the team that you dislike. Let's take it. I remember as a kid crying when the Bears lost to the Packers. This is the team that I dislike. This is the team that the Bears are going to go up there Sunday, going to stump a mud hole in them because Jordan Love said it himself, I like our chances. That's the same thing Sharon said the year before when Minnesota got him. And I agree with you, Sugar and Vodka. We're going to go up there. Check it out. This is not the same team that they played week 1. This is not the same Bears team. Say defense is on point. They have not played a defense like the Bears. Nope, they have not. So my prediction is the Bears go up there, stump a mud hole in them, and send them home. The same way we'll be watching the playoffs, so will they. That's what I got on that.
Now, I don't want to be that guy. Y'all gonna be mad at me, but guess what? Y'all ain't the only people who gonna be mad at me. Amp, you say that, but you had this team getting swept the rest of the season.
Yeah, but when it comes to the Packers, don't. When it comes to the Packers, I just explained it to you. When it comes to the Packers, none of that matters, man. None of that matters. When it comes to the Packers, all the records, all of that, out the door, out the window. When it comes to the Packers, be it in Soldier Field, be it in Lambeau Field, it's all about the Bears, baby. It's all about the Bears. So yeah, don't tell me what I said about the record, but go ahead, man. You can continue with that. Well, you, Coach Chef, can continue with those stats because I'm not trying to hear them. Hey, are you trying to hear them, Sugar and Vodka? Are you trying to hear those stats, Sugar and Vodka? Because I'm not. But if you must, Coach Chef, if you must, have at it, man. Continue.
Hey,
continue.
I brought up a good point real quick. Talking about Fields isn't great against zone D, and LaFleur is way better coach than Flus. So if we win, the Bears D will have to carry us.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see because the Packers defense is suspect at best. It's yeah. We'll see. We'll see about that. We'll see. Because
that we have a great chance of playing very well. We have a chance to win. I'm going to go back on my word because I said that they would go 4-1, but I thought the one loss would be toward the Packers. I'm starting to trend differently because the play calling, the defense is playing damn good. The defense is playing damn good, and we're playing up there. I don't think weather's going to be a factor for either team because that's what the Packers Bears is. That's what the games are at this time of the year. I think the defense is doing damn good. We're number 1 versus the run. So they need to run the pass. This team is predicated, the Packers are predicated on running the ball. If you make Jordan Love throw 40 times a game, that's where he falters. If you make him throw more than they're running to give him, that play action opens up, obviously, the passing game. That goes the same for any team. So we have a more than a puncher's chance. We're going to get to that, but the point spread is 3 points, which essentially is
3. Yep, it's 3.
It's a pick 'em, which means that it's a rivalry game. It's a close game. It means that you can pick either team. That's how even Vegas sees this game.
Bears
I will
plus
say,
3. Mm-hmm.
Their defense is they still got that.
It's suspect. It's decent. Packers defense is decent at best. At best.
They're not good against the run. They're in the 25th worst.
They are not.
They are not. They're on the side of versus the run. So it's the same thing we've been doing all for several weeks. Let's run the ball. Let's get some play action. Let's go to DJ. Hopefully, Komet is healthy because we need a threat. Because I mean, you don't have to like him, but he sure gets more open than Tunyon does. So hey, let's do the same thing. Now I'm thinking about calling off this Sunday. I'm considering calling off so I can watch this 325 game live from my house. If somebody has near the crib, I'm considering calling off this Sunday. So yeah, I know schematically speaking, we're all having. Let's hit these comments again. But our viewership is saying.
Scarlight was talking about when was the last time the Bears swept the Packers? Man, we got to go like way back, way back.
Ouch. 2018. 2018.
I think
2018.
We swept them in 2018.
No, we didn't. We didn't not sweep them. We won one. The last time we swept them was 2006. 2006. That might have been.
2007 we won, and 2005. The 2006 season we
that was our Super Bowl season. That's when we went to the Super Bowl.
That Rodgers.
Let me wake up my dead relatives and ask them.
Oh wow, that hurts. That hurts a little bit.
I guess in 1980, just so how bad the Bears and offensive wise, the Bears have always been more a defensive team, anyways, and more an offensive team.
Always have.
So,
and most importantly, we didn't have a quarterback. We haven't had a quarterback. So let's just keep it 100.
Feel the sweat. From Warren, Dr. Truth. I trust Santos more than their kicker Carlson. So it's down to a field goal. I think we're good. Eric Thomas just put up 07.
Unless you ask Amp.
It wasn't.
But hold on, Amp. I did want to tell you this. Sorry, but I did want. I'm happy with him. And I know you're. And I know your reasons.
I know.
Not. And I know he is no fucking Viennentieri. That I know. But he is the best we got, and I'm
you know what?
With him, so
I'm looking at as you speak. Well, I'm glad you said that because you know me. You know me, Sugar and Vodka. I'm looking at the kid from Mizzou. You know what I'm saying? As a free agent signee. Yeah, I'm looking from the kid from Mizzou. Yeah, so I know we just signed him, but bring in some competition. The healthy competition never hurt.
Well,
the kid from Mizzou. He reminds me.
Learn from the best, one of the best, you know.
He reminds me of Janikowski, the kid from Mizzou.
Skyler 99 goes back to Jim McMahon. Quote: "The Bears organization cares more about the linebackers and bumping."
That's not
running backs than they do with QBs.
That's not so. That's not so. How long have you been a fan? That's not so.
I don't think very long. So
we lost second game against Green Bay in 06. Yeah. 07.
Yeah. 05 was the last year. You said 07 we swept them? Because I'm on I say 05.
No, yeah, it was 07. 05. It was 07. We beat them October 7th, 2007, and then December 23rd, 2007. The Bears beat them 27-20, and then we won 35-7.
The year they went 13-3? Oh wow. That's crazy. The year they won, that's the year they lost. Damn, we swept them in the year they went 13-3. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's Lovey.
And then before that, we swept them again in 2005.
Yeah, that's when I was looking at. 05, we swept them. They were 4-12 that year.
If there is any question
before that, we have to go back to the late.
Sorry.
that's
But
my
if I
bad.
could ask the McCaskies, is what the fuck was behind getting rid of Lovey when he was?
Oh, Sugar and Vodka, don't get me
I
started.
would
Don't
love
get
to
me started.
know. And then,
That comes from
and then to keep fucking, everybody afterward, and it's just like
not having
that wasn't
football.
even fucking close.
That comes from not having football minds, you know what I'm saying, in your organization. That's what happened there. You know what I'm saying? That's the family running the business
We don't
without
need
a
to hear
clue.
you.
That's why they had that's why they had to hire people to pick coaches. You know what I mean?
But it was
Consultants.
absurd. And if
That's
I
why
could
they had
ask
to hire
them,
consultants, because they didn't have any football minds up at Hallis Hall. Anyone that knew the game.
I don't know if they do now, but
I think they do. I think they do. With Williams and Poles, I think they do. And that's why we see what we're seeing right now. Kevin Warren and Poles. Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to
That's the
smash
one
that like
question
button,
I'd
guys. Subscribe. Your support means everything to us.
Yeah, subscribe. We're gonna keep taking these. We're gonna keep going and taking these. Oh, okay. There's a type. So okay, let's go ahead and jump into our AM segment. Have you ready for your segment, sir?
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
ooh,
I'm
hold
ready.
on. I think I need a.
All right.
I think I need a sip of
Bro,
my
the
vodka.
way he
before,
said it, he's
before,
like, he
yeah,
ready.
that's why I said I need a sip of my vodka before this run. Woo!
I'm good today. Check this out.
Ready.
Comment.
Check this out. I'm amped up today, right? Like I've been amped up all week. I'm amped up about JF1. Will you clowns, Lombardi, Stephen A. Smith, all you clowns, get off this nonsense about trading JF1. And then, like I said earlier, you got 5 teams thus far. Now, he's not a good quarterback. Right? He's bad. He's a bad fit for the Bears. But you got 5 teams thus far that want him. But you know what even blows my mind even more is that the draft class that JF1 came out of. Nobody is talking about the draft class. Right? He is ahead of his draft class. Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Trey Lance, Zach Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Bums. Right? Nobody want to talk about them. We all know who Zach Wilson is. Trevor Lawrence, you know what I'm saying? But the rest of them, Trey Lance, Mac Jones, check it out. Focus on that. Focus on those bums. We have a quarterback. He has a team. It's the same thing I said last week. Check it out. He's not generational. You know what I'm saying? He's a franchise quarterback. Something that we ain't had since 1970. I mean, my goodness, I named the quarterbacks for you earlier. For those that don't believe, I just named them for you. You know what I'm saying? When I say Rick Myers, and maybe you don't know, Google that. You know what I'm saying? When I say Rusty Lynch, for goodness sake. This was a Bears starting quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Google it. We have a quarterback. Leave him alone. Put pieces around him. Stop talking this nonsense about trading him for a second round pick and all this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? And we will, not we, Poles will put pieces around him. It may not be Marvin Harrison Jr. It may be the kid from LSU. But just like Coach Chef said, most rookies that come in hit a wall anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that generational talent thing, nope, not buying it. Not unless he's Randy Moss. You know what I'm saying? Not unless it's Emmitt Smith. Not unless it's Walter Payton. Not generational. Good players, man. So all I'm asking you, my fandom, for those that don't believe, man, keep that to yourself, man. Keep that to yourself. There will be no trading Justin Smith, JF1. There'll be no trading of him. So stop it, man. Stop it. This is the best quarterback I've seen since 1970. Do you hear me? We are now in the year of 2024 of our Lord. 2024. I said 1970. We have a quarterback. Leave him alone. That's all I got, man. Whew.
And all I have to say is you lost me once you went after MHJ. As strong as I stand for JF1, I stand for MHJ and Marvin Harrison's son.
Can't give all that up.
110
Can't give all that up for him. Can't give it up, Sugar. You can't give up. You can't give up the draft capital for that one player. You can't do it.
I
You just can't.
110
You know,
percent.
You can't. We're gonna end up with
you
the kid.
lost me at that part. I don't give a fuck.
You can't give up all that draft capital for him, Sugar and Vodka. You can't take that number one pick and then draft one player when you can take that number one pick and parlay it into 4 players and draft picks. You can't. You can't do it. You can't do it.
I'm not changing my mind. You're not changing
But you know what, Sugar and Vodka? You know what? You know what, Sugar and Vodka? We'll agree to disagree.
And whoever will get him will be like, fuck, why in the fuck didn't we fucking get him?
No, they won't. No, they won't. No, they won't.
Mark my words.
No, we won't. No, we won't.
Mark my words. Mark my words.
Okay.
Honey.
Okay.
Am's ready to bet more water on it.
Hey. I love that alkaline water, Sugar and Vodka. Love it. I love it.
I don't bet. I'm not a better.
Okay. That's cool.
I'm gonna put this comment up real quick that Coach wanted before we went into Apt Up. He was talking about how Jay Cutler went 3 head coaches, 6 OCs during his 8-year career with the Bears. And that's a lot of discussions because people don't want Fields to go with a 3rd OC, and they think that he's not going to progress because of that.
And Jay still throwing that pill.
I can see their argument with it. I can see their argument with it. But Getsy,
you got to hire the right guy.
What the fuck he's doing? I mean, they have to have a competent OC. It's not like, he's okay, but he just has a little flukes here and there. He's a fucking shit OC, and it's just it's not. If we keep him, he's not going to. And if we get somebody better, then how can he not? Is my answer.
I'm really hoping that Washington fires their whole staff so we can get Eric Bieniemy as the OC.
Hey, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you, Coach Jeff. I agree with you. 100%.
Things that we feel, I just feel that Eric Bieniemy's like, look, I can get this kid. When you have that, it's a difference between confidence and arrogance. Like the most arrogant offensive coordinator, head coach in the NFL, who's successful. I ain't talking about that guy in Denver, who that's a whole other thing, talk about defenses that flipped. The Broncos gave up 72 points and now they're playing lights out. But anyway, Kyle Shanahan I'm not a fan of Kyle Shanahan. I'm a fan of like his ability to call plays, but I'm not a fan of his lack of understanding that you still need talent at the quarterback position. He's one of those, he's a Shanahan disciple, aka a wall disciple. He believes that the guy throwing the ball is not as significant as the guys you put around him because he needs a guy to stay in my system and do as I say and don't go off script. That's why guys like Brock Purdy and Jimmy Garoppolo and who's the quarterback they had from Mississippi State who was pretty good for a while Jimmy G was hurt. Anyway, we need to hire the right offensive coordinator. We need to bring in a guy. Once again, it goes about how are you interviewing these guys? What is their plan? I always hear the day after interviews, the interview lasted 12 hours, or the interview was a 2-part. They came in day 1, they were there 2. What the hell are you asking them that you hire a guy like Getsy, whose situational play calling is horrendous?
Bieniemy should have already been here.
How did you like Sharon telling you what to do? That was the question. How did you like Sharon telling you what to do? That was the question for Getsy once he got here. You know what I'm saying? What did Sharon do in practice? How did Sharon move? You know what I'm saying? What did Sharon tell the head coach that which plays did Sharon say he likes to run more? That was the question. There's a lot of Sharon questions. It was a lot of Coach Chef. I'm telling you, it was a lot of Sharon questions, man. That's what it was, my brother. A lot of Sharon questions about Sharon. That's why I say, under no circumstances Under no circumstances do we take a coach from the NFC North. I don't care whether he's a quarterback coach, whether it's a linebackers coach, whether it's an O-line coach, whether it's a special teams coach. We do not, at this point on, from this point going forward, we do not take a coach from the NFC North. Not one.
I take the OC from Detroit of what he did with Joff. I'm just saying.
I said we do not take a coach from the NFC North. I don't care who he is. I don't care who he is.
Hold on, man. But either way, taking an offensive coordinator from, I don't want to say the name, but what he did, he calls his own fucking plays.
Yeah, but he's not going to take a lateral move, Sugar Vodka. He wants to be a head coach.
Just like Manning called his own fucking plays. So you cannot take the offensive coordinator and be like, oh, well, he was great. And then
yes,
put
you can.
On, you know what I mean?
Yes, you can. He wants to be a head coach, and he's not it. He's not the be-all, end-all. No. We need an experienced head coach. We don't need an offensive coordinator. We need an experienced head coach. Something like Bellamy.
I'm not talking about the head coach.
Bahenemy. Who are you talking about?
Defensive court. I'm talking about fucking Shitsy.
Who?
Oh my Lord. Okay, let's move this on a little bit. Let's get into
It's on you. What's cooking? What's cooking? What's cooking?
Yeah, like what is cooking?
What's cooking, Jeff?
What is cooking?
I feel like I feel like I cook a pan up during the whole show. But if you all want me to do the segment, I can do a segment because it's really going to be a renounding, tumultuous. All our segments are going to be around the same thing. It's going to be about keeping JF1 and about
it doesn't matter
national media. So okay, well let's get into it.
Give it to us, Coach Chef. I'm hungry, baby. I'm hungry.
Give it to us.
Cooking with me is allowing people who don't have a credible background talking football. Now, I get it. None of us are. Hey, I'm cooking right now, little boy. You better take your bath somewhere so you get popped. But I get it. Mike Lombardi, Stephen A. Smith, who we can make fun of, but he was a legitimate, reputable beat writer for many years, so I can respect that part of his craft. But all these national pundits and ex-pros who are now on TV. You're on TV for a reason. You're on TV for a reason because someone thought you were inadequate to give information. Mike Lombardi, who every time I see him on television, they always pop up, 3-time Super Bowl champion GM. First of all, let's not combine those goddamn two things. He was a GM once. His team went 4-12. They went to Cleveland Browns. He was fired. He's never been a GM. Correction. Outside of that, he's never been a GM. He's been a scout. He's been a personnel something or other. He's been a head coach. Correction. He's been a part of a coaching staff. He has never been a GM of a successful team, which means that he has never been a GM or a decision maker on a winning team. He could talk about Bill Walsh. He could talk about all these coaches he's worked under as a scout or a guy who gives his opinion, but he's not been a decision maker. Mike Tannenbaum on ESPN, another failed GM, never been successful, has not won a significant game, a decision maker, but he can give cap information. I want to hear from people who have won. I want to hear from people who have been successful as decision makers about what they think about Justin Fields. And all goddamn jobs right now in the goddamn NFL. All of them. They all got jobs. And the ones who are faltering or have shaky teams, you know what they're trying to do? Those teams who are on the fringe of being playoff, you know what they want? They want a quarterback. And you know what they want? If Justin Fields gets put on the market, they're going to want Justin Fields. Maybe not the Patriots, so they draft second, so they might go for a draft guy. The Steelers, who are in purgatory. The Jets, who are in goddamn purgatory. Because he can go sit behind Aaron Rodgers for a year. Any team that's in purgatory like the Bears, they're looking for a quarterback most 80% of the time. And all of those teams would trade for a talent, a quarterback who can run and throw like Justin Fields. So I'm tired of hearing these national pundits who don't even know context. They just go, he won 10 games. He does this. He can't do that. Shady McCoy, who doesn't even like Eric Bieniemy, but all of a sudden he's reputable. None of these guys have been decision makers. Okay, Jay played with Alex Smith. He won a Shady McCoy got a Super Bowl being the goddamn third string running back. Shut the hell up. Shut up. You won a Super Bowl doing what I did, not doing a goddamn thing that contributed to a goddamn Super Bowl ring. You didn't do shit in that Super Bowl that the goddamn Chiefs won. So shut your ass up just because you have some experience. Yes, all these people have more experience than we do. Ain't none of them current Super Bowl winning players or decision makers on the NFL team. Here, we'll get the answer. We'll get the answer. But they just who has some talent. We'll get that answer, and then no matter what happens, a lot of you want to if I can talk about Caleb Williams, who fumbled time in college, who versus top 25, top 5 competition, under 500. Do I even talk about that? Because I'm so sick of it. I got to talk about another rookie and about how we host is going to be out how we got to grow with a rookie and maybe we'll make the fucking playoffs instead of we got the guy who we want. We're expected to be a 10-plus win team. We got an offensive coordinator who has a history of being outstanding, is going to put us in position to win, a quarterback coach, and our defense is stout. Or no, we're going to have to wait 2, 3, 4 more years. We got to wait through another cheap quarterback rookie contract just to see if the guy's going to be successful only for him maybe not be successful because we're the goddamn Bears. And then we got to drop another goddamn quarterback. And then we'll just be on this show endless year in and year out talking about 2020, we got to draft in 2032. We got to draft in 2044. We got to draft in 2057. We have our guy. I don't give a damn like most people say about laughing, about people laughing at us. People laugh at teams that ain't winning. They've been laughing at the Browns. Now they talking about Joe Flacco. You got to be goddamn kidding me. That dude gonna throw it off 6 in a crucial game, and then the Browns will be out with the rest of the motherfuckers. Excuse me. I don't want to hear no more from unreputable execs, quote unquote.
You're
I don't want to hear any more from them.
You're the producer. Cut him off. Jesus.
I don't want to hear any more from them. And that's what's cooking. We got to get to the end of this, so we got to get to our predictions and the money line. What's the bet line?
The money line. The money line. This is from DraftKings this morning. The Bears +3. The over and under is 44 points. Bears money line is +140. So if I bet $20, that'll win me $48. The Bears spread is -105. If I bet $20, that'll win me $39.04. If I took a parlay, the Bears money line and the over for $20, that'll get me $42.92. The Bears money line and the under for $20 will get me $43.25. That's only for kicks and giggles.
So I'm hearing it's going to be hard to win this week. So this is once again, you want to win some money.
You stay away from this.
Do some parlays. You want to do some.
You stay away from this one, man. You know they're
not going to.
They've given the home team. They're giving the home team the 3 points. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the home team are giving away 3 points. You stay away from this one, man. This is just watch the game and enjoy it. Just watch it and enjoy it.
But once again, I would go with those over under those game day parlays with like running back yards or quarterback yards or receptions. I would go with those types of parlays based on the trend of how they've been playing lately. So I would take whatever the over under is for Herbert rushing. I would take the over. Whatever the reception is for DJ Moore, I would take the over yards for DJ Moore. I would take an anytime touchdown. Pick some random guys. Put $3-4 on each of them.
Well,
things you want to take
when you do those, you can do alt. You do alt, and you can set your own. You set your own.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I would go with those types of bets. I would go with game time, anytime touchdown or something like that.
Yeah.
And you can pick enough bets where last week I did a 10-leg parlay for $2 that would have got me $1,800. Now I didn't hit on it, but you got to kind of pick.
I did the 6 leg. I did a 6 leg for $10, and it was $1,600. And you know what? You know what knocked me out? It was the Dallas game, man. It was that Dallas game. The over on the Dallas game, man. Oh my goodness! So it just wiped me out. It just wiped me out for the rest of the parlay. Yeah, I took the over, man. I took the over. Yeah, that was, man. Don't get me started. It was for kicks and giggles.
Over?
Yeah. Look at the over on that game, and look at the final score. They had Detroit plus 3.5. Yeah, I took that.
They
won by what? That's my point.
Okay.
So I said all that to say. I said all that to say is stay away from this Bears game, man. Stay away from this. Just watch it and enjoy it, because it's going to be a good one.
Let's go ahead and jump into these score predictions. Sugar and Vodka. Packers Bears season finale.
34-27.
Bears.
High scoring.
If you ask who, I'm gonna slap you.
What you got?
All right. I got Bears 27. I got the Packers 20. Yep.
Wow. We're something similar. We got to get some field goals. We've been kicking field goals every week. So let's do I'm going low. I'm gonna go Bears. Do I go low? I don't know. The Bears have been scoring, man. The Bears have been scoring. I don't want to go low.
Come on, coach. It's not rocket science.
Go with your head, not with your heart, baby. Go with your head, not with your heart.
The initial score I had them 27-21, but then I was like 20-16. So this is what I'll do. I'll split
your first mind. Follow your first mind.
My first mind was 27-21. Because we've been kicking we've been kicking field goals. My first mind was 27-21 Bears. Then I was like, well, maybe it's low scoring for 2016 Bears, and halfway would be 24-17. So that's what I'll do. I'll go in the middle. I'll go 24-17 Bears. That'll be actually the under, although I think it'll be over. I think it's going to be over. I think both teams are going to score. Actually, I don't. But
over and under is 44 points.
So 27-21 gets it, 2017 doesn't. That's like I'll go 24-17. 24-17 Bears. Although I'll probably bet the over.
Hey, coach, you're acting over here like you're putting $1 million on this fucking bet. Jesus. Come on, no.
What'd you say, Sugar and Vodka? Spit it out. Spit it out.
Come on now.
I need some money. If I hit for $1 million, I can get it very sooner.
I know, right?
Okay.
I'm with you, Coach Jeff. I'm with you.
Stewart, that's your bro, right? He got it 28-17 Bears. Come on, everyone in the comments, give us your prediction.
That's my older brother. Go ahead.
I remember you told us 24-20, Bear down. Thank you, Cricket Commish. Who else we got? Give me some more predictions, people. Skylark 24-20 Packers. Skylark trying to get rid of the whole squad.
Fuck you,
okay.
I don't know who the fuck you are, but fuck you.
Skylark, he's been all over the network. Skylark is a guy who's always chiming in and watching all the shows. Thank you, Skylark.
I don't care.
Yeah, absolutely.
14. 40-40, bro. If they score 40 points, this city could go crazy. And we ain't made the playoffs, but we keep them out. Dr.
right.
Truth. Hold up, Dr. Truth. Are you the guy that I was commenting on with on the Bears chat doing I think I know who Dr. Truth is. Me and you went back and forth on an Ebro or it was a Bears live chat from the Bears channel, I think. Let me know if you're the same Dr. Truth. So I was watching a live press conference for the Bears on the Bears YouTube channel. And me and this guy were going back and forth about opinions. And I was saying that somehow I threw out there that I have a show. And he was like, well, shoot, if you have a show, I'll check it out. So if you're the same Dr. Truth that me and you were going back and forth about a month ago, then thanks for tuning in. He said he would tune in. I'm glad he did. Tell your friends and family. Don't forget to like and subscribe, of course. Who else we got? Warren, you're right about the Atlanta game. You were right about that, not me. He said he was right about the Atlanta game. I don't know what last week, but I appreciate it.
Okay.
What else?
Right. Sugar and vodka. Sugar and vodka. It's on you. It's on you.
For what? I'm sorry.
Shout out.
Oh, shout outs. Thanks to everybody that watched. Follow Sugar and Vodka. Follow my group, Chicago Bears Fans Only. And first and foremost, follow the fucking Chicago Clubhouse podcast. Tune in, subscribe, follow. Not even on YouTube, but everywhere. Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. Tune in, follow, subscribe. We're great. Get to know us.
Right. First, I like to.
Go
ahead.
What are you eating, Coach? What are you eating, Coach? That's what I want to know.
I'm sorry. Pecan pie.
Ooh, that is one thing that I haven't had all season. Not for Thanksgiving, not for Thanksgiving.
You talking about a sugar rush? You talking about a sugar rush? Oh,
right.
That's how you got what's cooking. That's a rush right there, bro. Pecan pie. Oh my!
I love pecan pie. Oh
my
God.
Dr. Chu said that it was him going back and forth with you, by the way, Chef. So.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you for tuning in. Hey, first of all, I'd like to thank everyone that tuned in this evening. Thank you for your comments. Go to YouTube, like, subscribe, and share. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate it. And my brother Rich, appreciate you too, bro, tuning in, even though you're at work. I'd like to thank my co-host, Sugar and Vodka, Coach Chef. You know what I mean? Back together again. The gang's all here. And also our producer extraordinaire, Crazy Ace. Got to give props to him. You know what I mean? Because he made it happen. You know what I'm saying? So again, Happy New Year. Peace and blessings. Be sure to tune in to all our shows. We do appreciate everyone that came on, gave a comment. We do appreciate you guys. Come back. That's all I have. Coach
Bear
Chef.
down.
Bear down.
Yes. We don't exactly know our upcoming schedule since we don't have a game next week. The Bears are not in the playoffs, but you will see us periodically in the off season. We'll work out a schedule that's conducive for all three of us, and also conducive for us having a no matter who you want, no matter where you come from. Please, if you're listening out, it don't take much to just minimize the screen and hit the like button. We gotta have the algorithm pump what we get. The whole network. Next show, we have great content from all our shows. Tune in on Tuesdays. Tune in on Tuesdays.
You're breaking up again, man.
You're cutting out.
We're gonna bring you some more content. I'm cutting out. I'm sorry. Technology is wonky today. I can't explain it.
But he's just telling everybody to tune in to everybody. Tune in to the whole podcast. Right. Tune in to all of our podcasts on the Chicago Clubhouse Network. It's one of the best.
Hit that like button.
Subscribe, and follow.
Hit that like button. Share, subscribe. That's what Coach Chef was saying.
I'm gonna get some. I promise. I'm better technology.
All right. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings to everyone. Peace and blessings to everyone. And
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.